Hey everyone, how you doing today? It is David coming to you, Elliot's Elite Puppies, on location from our kitchen. So, I've always wanted to do a cooking show ever since I was a little kid. Believe it or not, my wife would believe that. But I never thought it would be a dog food cooking show. So here you go. It's, the galloping gourmet of dog food. So today, I wanted to show you, and I've wanted to do this video for the longest time, how we make a topper for our dogs. And, if we still have puppies around the 9 or 10 week mark, we start introducing a little bit of this topper into our puppy foods, what they can eat, to help build a good gut flora in their bellies. So let's take a look at the ingredients I'm going to be using, and you can do that. I make this using our Instapot. You can certainly use a crock pot or a big pot on your stove top to do all this. For the sake of the volume that I make for our dogs, I like to use the Instapot. It just takes a few hours rather than an all-day affair in this. So let's take a look at the ingredients we will be using. So these are the ingredients we are going to be using on this batch of the topper. So I'm using 10 pounds of ground beef, and we just happen to use the 73% lean because, it's the least expensive, and actually a little bit of fat seems to be okay for the doggies. And then 3 pounds of this ground turkey, and you can use more if you want. You can use less. You can use a 5-pound roll of ground beef, just according to your needs. I've got 3 sweet potatoes, a bag of mixed vegetables, bag of peas and carrots, and then we had a bag of green peas down in the freezer. I'm going to throw those in. A pack of beef liver. This is a pound. 2 containers of chicken livers. And then we've got some frozen broccoli that I used half of that bag on the last batch, so I figured I'd use up this bag on this batch. So let's give you some more info. All right, see those ingredients? It's nothing you and I could not eat. Would you like to have a big bowl of that, dog chow or that dry kibble that you give your dogs? I wouldn't want it either, any more than I would want to eat Captain Crunch 3 times a day with some water for my meal every day of the week. Sure, there's some nutritional value in it, but it gets boring. And for us, it's not very balanced. So we like to make this topper for the dogs. And when it comes to food, we always tell our new families who adopt a puppy that we stay away from any dry food that's got chicken in the first 4 or 5 ingredients, chicken or chicken byproducts. Well, why is that? Well, first, with poodles, they tend to have a chicken allergy when it comes to that dry food, because the chicken that's used by these big companies, they might be using laying hens. If they're using chicken as that first ingredient, the old shoe leathery laying hens, chicken byproducts would be just that. Anything that these chicken companies do not sell or cannot sell, they'll just grind it up into, and sell it as a chicken byproduct. So these companies will buy that product for dirt cheap. Why do you think you can get your bag of Purina dog chow, a 50-pound bag, for like $15 or $20? Maybe not 15, maybe more like $20. Because they're not using the highest quality ingredients. This topper, we use exactly as that. It is a topper to complement the dry food. We mix it all together. Our dogs love it, and they're getting a more robust and balanced diet, protein and vegetable packed. So again, we're going to be using our Instapot today, and what I do, I cook in batches, so I will show you what the first batch is going to look like before it goes into the pot, but I'm going to be cutting stuff up. With the ground meat, I will put this whole 5-pound roll in there, break it up so it all cooks evenly, and then, well, let's just see what we got, all right? Okay, so this is going to be the first pot full. So if you notice, I broke up all the ground beef, and then I usually cut up the beef liver when it's still frozen, but it thawed out. But don't worry, everything will be fine, because at the end I'll show you what I do after we cook all this. So we're going to be putting this in the Instapot. So in the Instapot, what I do is put a glass of water, maybe about 12 ounces of water in there. And make sure that the sealing little thingamajig is on. Set a pressure cook, and I do 20 minutes because I want to make sure everything is thoroughly cooked, pressurized. If you don't know much about Instapots, these are basically programmable pressure cookers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do all my cooking. We're going to do on the next thing, I'm probably going to do the next thing of the ground beef. And then we're going to do the turkey, and I might just do all the vegetables separately. It depends on how much room I have in the Instapot. And when we're all done, we're going to come back and show you the next phase of preparation. Stick around! Alright, so we are back. So I'm getting ready. I just finished the third Instapot of meat. So I did 2 Instapots at 20 minutes each of that ground beef. The first one had the liver. The second one was just the ground beef. And then this third pot was the ground turkey and chicken livers, and then the 3 sweet potatoes. And I just, let's see, I don't know how well we can see it, but just sliced them up. And now what I'm going to do, oh, they're nice and mushy, skins on and everything. So what we're going to do is take our food processor, and now we go to the food processor, and then we put some of our meat and vegetables into the food processor. So what I did, okay, so I got, right now to start, ground beef, some frozen broccoli. I usually cook the vegetables, but I let them thaw out. Fresh is good, or whatever, you know. So, I mean, they're blanched before they're packed. And food processor. And then we're going to grind it up. I like to just pulse it first. If you got too much fluid in there, it'll seep out. Okay, let's see the consistency. Okay, so what we're doing, pulverized it really good. It still has texture to it. And then we're going to do this for all this that we prepared. And it does get a little messy, so make sure I have a nice big cutting board on my countertop. And we're just going to throw some more in here. And I like to kind of alternate. If it's a smaller batch, all the meat is mixed together. but let's see. There we go. And we're going to keep doing this until it's all pulverized. And I'll throw some of these peas in here now. And we're going to keep doing this until it's all done. Okay, so this is how it's looking. Okay, so this is how it's looking so far. I've done a few of the food processor blends. Now, as you can see, the vegetables are not, I mean, they're not super pulverized. They're pretty whole, but that's fine because it gives the dogs something to chew on. And it's not a total slime. So we're going to finish it up and I'll show you what's the result and how we serve it to our dogs. Alright, so thanks to the magic of video editing, I cleaned everything up, made it nice in here. You didn't want to, I don't know if you wanted to see me go through all that, but we take these old cottage cheese and yogurt containers, make sure that we clean them out. I run them through the dishwasher and keep the lids because now you've got nice little containers to pack this in. We used to use muffin tins and stuff like that, or those big plastic ice cream tubs. But we find that this works better for us. You use what you want. It's your kitchen. It's your dogs. You go to town. But this is the best. I usually go through about 1.5 of these containers every 2 days. And I will distribute maybe half a container between the 3 dogs, maybe a third of the container. I'll take about 3 or 4 very loose tablespoons, put them in one of these empty containers, so it goes about to there, but it's not packed. And then I'll top it with water, so just the water will go over the food. Throw it in the microwave for 30 seconds. That way you're getting some watery juice in there, meaty juice in there. And then I'll distribute it between the 3 dogs' dishes of kibble. Mix it good so they can eat everything. And then this is the leftover liquid that I had from the Instapot. So there's some liquid that's in here, which will get packed in and keep that all nice and moist. Dogs love it. But I might just use some of this, mix it up, and just pour it over their dry kibble, maybe as an added treat or something. So I will serve this to one of our dogs, one of our children, and just see how they like it. Well, we've got Whiskey in here. Whiskey, do you like it? He likes it. Hey, Whiskey. And it's good for him, too. He just enjoys that great meaty taste with his kibble. But little does Whiskey know he's getting all the vitamins and minerals a growing doggy needs. And I will say, our poodles, yes, just like Whiskey, he's licking those choppers, are probably the most fussy and finicky dogs I have ever seen. So I would say that the topper is a success on this batch. So there you go. That's the way we make the topper. Whiskey likes it. I know Nellie, our golden retriever, loves it. And even Angie, our girl poodle, who's like a little queen, seems to like it as well. So there you are. Topper, quick eat. Well, not quick. It took a couple hours, but it is very rewarding because you know what you are feeding your dogs, unlike canned dog food and even like Farmer's Pet and some of that other stuff. Now you could also add to this as you have it in the Instant Pot or in your crock pot. You can add rice to it or grains if you want to make a more complete dog food. But again, this is what we do. So until next time, it is me, David, coming to you, Elliot's Elite Poodles Puppies, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks so much for watching, and take care of yourselves. And thanks again to all our families who have adopted puppies. We look forward to meeting the newest members of our family when we get our next litter available. So keep watching.
Hey.
Oh, Trisha's saying something. Yes, dear heart.
Tell them also, remember, throw a little yogurt or cottage cheese
Oh,
on top too.
yes. Trisha says for added calcium benefits, especially if you have a girl who is nursing, she's carrying her litter with her, a little yogurt or cottage cheese on top gives them that added boost of calcium. So there you go. So we'll talk to you soon. Again, thank you so much for watching.